Well, hello. I don't really know how to start this video because this wasn't what I was expecting. So basically, explaining today, I don't really know where to start. Let's start with the peanut butter sandwich that started it all. So yeah, I was going about my everyday ordinary business, was on the way to class. I think I was running probably a little bit too late to class, rushing to get ready. Needed to have something to eat for lunch, so I made myself a good old peanut butter sandwich. It was a multigrain bread and it was crunchy. It wasn't crunchy peanut butter, it was smooth peanut butter. I bit into my sandwich, and I think the way, because I kind of folded it as well to eat it quicker, so like the way that I bit into it, it put a lot of pressure onto my very back bracket on my right side. I bit into it and I felt the bracket come off, and I'm like, ah no, this isn't fun. So yeah, that happened, the bracket fell off. Yeah, so that's not the first time that's happened. I think it was this bracket, the bottom one as well, fall off a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, a bit more. I think that was like in one of the videos that I filmed and then didn't edit or post. So it should have gone up by now, hopefully, fingers crossed. Yeah, so it wasn't the first time that I'd had a bracket fall off on me. So I knew what to do. I called up the orthodontist. I think it was the next day because I had to rush off to class. And I said, hey, I have a broken bracket. You know, should I come in and fix it? And she pretty much said the same thing as she said last time, the receptionist nurse. She said that it wasn't super necessary, that, you know, if I could live with it and I didn't want to come in, then that was fine. It wasn't going to compromise the treatment at all. But seeing as my orthodontist is very close to where my family lives, it gives me a good excuse to go down and visit my family and then go to the orthodontist the next morning. So that's what I decided to do. So after class yesterday, I went and I drove all the way down to my family, spent the night there, got some dinner, which was great, didn't have to cook dinner. And yes, this morning went to the orthodontist to get my bracket fixed. So I got in there pretty much. I just thought, you know, oh, gonna get the bracket fixed, no big deal, should be fine. And then he starts doing all of this stuff to me, and I'm a bit like, oh, this isn't what I expected. So he went and reattached the bracket at the back, of course, but then yeah, he like undid all of the top bit, took out the wire on the bottom, took out the wire on the top, added some fancy metal things. Let's see. Yeah, so I have these metal things here now. Let's see if I can focus on those. I got a new camera too, by the way, so that's why I'm more high definition and still trying to work out what on earth I'm doing. Let's, ooh, adjusting the zoom. Oh yeah, that's good. That works. Yes, so as you can see, new metal things on the top. I don't know what I'm to, I didn't even check. Yes, I think they are. It's very hard to see. Oh, yeah, that's good. That's a good shot. Beautiful. This is also just me admiring my new camera as well. Yes, so there are new metal bits, which are fun, which I wasn't expecting at all. Oh, gotta go back to talking mode. Hi. Yeah, so extra metal bits, and I'm gonna have to zoom in again, sorry about that. Just feeling around. My mouth isn't closing completely properly. I think that's because the new bracket is kind of getting in the way. But yes, the main development, which I'm distracted from, the main development is da-da-da! It's not a focus. Thanks, Cara. Da-da-da! Look at these rubbery things on my gaps. So yes, I heard a chain. Oh, someone just pulled into the parking spot next to me. And then they just left. Somebody just like pulled into the spot next to me and then they just like backed out straight away. Oh, they're coming back. I think they were just adjusting their parking. That's okay. That looks kind of awkward. I hope they don't judge me. Yes. Don't mind me admiring my teeth. I'm gonna put you away for a second while they get out of the car. Ooh, I didn't mean to zoom in there. Okay, so update. She's not leaving, so I think I'm just gonna have to like suck it and... Oh, she's getting it now, okay. I was just like, she's not leaving! I'm just gonna have to deal with the fact that I have a vlogging channel. Ah, that's so embarrassing. But yeah, she's leaving now, which is okay. So, I completely lost my train of thought. I don't know where I was. Yes, things happening. Wires. Chains! Elastic power chain things. I really need to learn like the proper orthodontic terminology because I feel so clueless when I talk about things. It doesn't help that my orthodontist doesn't really explain anything. I can kind of just sit down and he's like, hey, how are you? Open your mouth. And then he just does stuff. And then like I leave and I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, that's new. I wonder what that does. So, yeah. Maybe also that's my fault for not asking questions, but at the same time it's kind of hard to ask questions when you have somebody's fingers in your mouth. So, either way, I don't know. But, yes. Chains are happening. Try and get a better shot. It low-key bothers me a little bit that they're different colours, like that one's kind of white and that one's kind of grey. I only just noticed that. But oh well, maybe that's like that for a reason. Maybe that just kind of happened, I don't know, whatever. It's So yeah, basically I asked afterwards, because I could feel him, you know, winding stuff around the gaps and doing stuff. I'm like, is this gonna close the gaps? Will I finally be able to eat things without stabbing myself in raw gum? And he said yes. So he's not closing the top gaps, he's just closing the bottom gaps. So I'm probably gonna end up with like an overbite for the next month, which will be interesting, but you know, whatever. Progress is progress, and I am not complaining about that because I've had these gaps for months now. I'm trying to think when I had my surgery. I had surgery at the end of March, I think. Yeah, I think it was like the end of March that I had surgery, like early April. So April, May, June, July, August. So yeah, that's pretty much been 5 months of having these huge gaps in my mouth. Which, yeah, like it hasn't been too bad. Like, doesn't really impact how well I can eat. Doesn't impact the looks or anything because you can't really see it in everyday speech or everyday smiling even. Like, you can only really see it when I point it out and, you know, pull my lip back a bit and turn to the side and say, hey, look, I have these gaps in my mouth. But the fun thing is that there is now the mystery solved of what those hookety things were for. So I was kind of wondered, like I saw these hooks and this hook. Like I always saw them and I thought, I don't know what they do. Maybe there'll be elastics attached to them later. I don't know, I don't really know the purpose of these things. And now I do, it's to hook on the power chains to close the gaps. Which is good, good. So it's actually probably a good thing that I broke my bracket, because if I hadn't have broken the bracket, then I would have just gone on my merry way, you know, having my teeth in braces, whatnot, the gaps not closing, and then gone into my appointment in October and started the closing process. But because I broke the bracket, I came in today, he fixed that, and now my gaps are starting to close. So like, I might have just knocked a month off my treatment time, which is pretty cool. So like, I guess the moral of the story, raise his leg so I can put my arm like this, is that, you know, if something goes wrong, don't be afraid to go in and fix it, because it might have positive outcomes. I was gonna say positive consequences. I guess that makes sense. There may be an unexpected positive outcome. But the downside to that is that now my teeth are probably going to be really sore for the next week. And I already just had a week of really sore teeth. My last appointment was on the 12th, 18th. It was only like 2 weeks ago. Like, it was really, really recent. I'll have to look at my diary, which I've misplaced. I misplaced the Bujo, which is kind of depressing, but I know where it is. It got picked up by the production manager because I left it at rehearsals, so now I have to go and pick it up from the box office like it's a ticket to a show, but no, it's my precious bullet journal. But yeah, once I get my journal back, I'll be able to look and see what date I last had my braces adjusted. It wasn't like, originally he said he was going to start closing the gaps, and then he said that it needed a little bit more alignment, so he added a kind of like elasticy thing over the top, kind of like where the wires are now, but it was yeah, like the elasticy rubbery stuff, and that went all the way around, and that really hurt for a week and then settled down, and that was fine. And then I just had, yes, that was like 2 weeks ago, maybe possibly 3 weeks ago, but it wasn't very long ago at all, so I wasn't due to have another appointment for ages. But yeah, apparently that must have done its job really quickly, because I don't need it anymore and the gaps are closing. So I think, yeah, I'll probably keep on filming some updates. I might do some in-between appointment updates as well, or at least like film the progress of the gaps closing, because yeah, I know from my experience with braces in the past that teeth can move really, really quickly, which, yeah, it was really surprising. Like, when my teeth were originally really crooked and I had these front two teeth crossed over each other, yeah, they uncrossed way quicker than I ever would have expected them to. So these gaps are probably going to close fairly quickly as well, so I'll keep an eye on that, keep you updated. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else I have to say. Thank you for watching. I will keep you updated on what's happening, of course. And yeah, stay tuned for my future videos so that we can watch the progression and, yeah, see how long it takes for these gaps to close. That's what I'm the most curious about, and that's what I've got questions about as well. You know, how long does it take for gaps to close? Because obviously, going into orthodontic treatment and hearing that, you know, you're going to get teeth pulled out and that you're going to have these gaps in your mouth, obviously you want to know how long you're going to have to deal with that for. So yeah, I think that's probably my top priority now, is just letting you know, A, how long it's taking, B, how much it hurts, uncomfortable, whether it looks aesthetically pleasing, I don't know, I'm a bit tired. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna leave it here and say thanks so much for watching. Leave a like or a comment or a subscribe if you want to, and yeah, make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for future videos so that we can follow you through this braces journey towards the end, and yeah, see how long it takes, see how well it turns out, if the end product is worth it. We'll see. Alright, thanks for watching, see ya, bye.